And we're back to Sabbat. Milwaukee bleeds. The pack has just underwent several rituals, in fact, and I believe we are ready to track down Sparkle's potential murderers and whatever this concert is going to yield for us. Salvo, I believe that you wanted to inspect our bloody stuffed animal.
Yes. So, Salvo will walk over to the author and say, "Give it here. Let me see what's going on."
Here you go.
So she is going to look at all of you and like shuffle back a little bit, and say, "Just stay right there for a tick." She's going to take off her cap, and a third eye is going to open. And this eye, it slowly opens and it blinks twice. And it is gold. It is like a golden eye with just like a black pupil. And it looks at all of you, takes you guys in, and then stares at the teddy bear and starts to cry blood. And you guys can, even though she's put space between you guys, you can smell like the sickeningly sweet aroma of the vitae. And I'm going to arouse my blood for premonition. Okay. So that was a success. So it's going to be, oh shoot, what did I say it was going to be? Something in Auspex. Pardon me, guys. It is going to be
Heck is sort of like sniffing the air now that there's more vitae in play. Just
It smells really good. Like you already ate, but you could have another nibble, you know.
All right. So that's going to be 3 successes to activate premonition. And no hunger. We love that.
You see, no, you hear music. No. Yes, you see Taylor Swift. No, you see Turner Hall backstage with the back area, the service entrance, roadies, blood, a little Lolita dressed girl, drenched in blood. Now you see George cocking its head, looking at you in your hands. You're here. You're present.
Yeah. Okay. Salvo kind of like does like she like puts him down and gives him like a tentative pat on the head. And she'll like reach into like the pocket of this like leather jacket that she's wearing, and she'll like dab at the corners of her eye, and put the cap back on. And as she's putting it on, the eye closes again. She says, "Silly question. What does Sparkles look like? Let's walk and talk."
very cute.
Yeah, like yay high.
Like a cupcake come to life.
All right, she's at Turner Hall and she's just killed the roadies.
Oh, I'm glad she's having fun.
Yeah, she says she looks like she's having a blast, but so maybe she already paved the way for us to find this true Black Sabbath. So Turner Hall?
I think we should take into account that it was her vitae and not the blood of roadies on this stuffed thing. So maybe just with caution.
Oh, that's true. This could very much be a rescue mission. You used A second sight. No, those aren't always clear. I've met a couple of moon children in my time, so Keck brings up a valid point.
All right. So how do you want to do it?
Just perhaps keep all three of your eyes open when we enter, and keep your eyes out for danger.
Yeah, I'll do my best. She kind of like turns the cap around and it's got that like band, like that like little like clip band, and the eye peeks through that little like hole in the hat. She says, "We'll do our best."
To Turner Hall.
To Turner Hall. Does she points to the author? They
No,
come.
he stays here.
Smart idea. Hold down the fort.
We just don't like him.
Turner Hall is very active. Apparently, there's quite the ruckus of a concert already going on, taking place. It should be easy to sneak around as long as you don't make a spectacle of yourselves. From the vision, there was something about around the back.
Yeah. So once we get there, Salva will take in the area and she'll say, "Not here." And she'll point to like the straight corner and she'll say, "But there." And she'll start walking towards the service entrance.
Are there any roadies visible? Like anyone outside smoking?
Definitely. There's always someone outside smoking at a concert of this size, for sure.
Cool. On approach, Keck is gonna kind of force sort of a tipsy girl stumble into her step.
Mm-hmm.
And just sort of casually fall into one of the roadies who are outside smoking. They just, oh my gosh, I'm such a klutz. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm great. Oh my gosh, are you performing tonight? You must be.
In a way, you know, I work here, but yeah, I'm not a musician.
Well, you have to be. Look at you.
I just like to dress up nice, you know, these.
It's a really good look. And she'll sort of like put a hand on his chest. Do you happen to know how we can get backstage passes?
Yeah, I guess you got who this group of ladies up here?
Yeah, and she'll lean in so that her lips are just up against his ear and say, "My friends and I would love to see backstage."
You can feel him shiver. Oh, his jaw drops. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. His voice drops an octave. Yeah, ladies, come on back with me. It's no big deal. I got the pass. Yeah.
You heard him. He's in charge.
This way, ladies.
Bree will follow.
Salva will like zip up her jacket a little bit before walking in.
Charlotte, as she walks past Keck, will just sort of pat her on the shoulder, like, "You did good. That was degrading, but you handled it well."
I look forward to killing him.
Good.
So the
Yeah, mostly just because having to interact with mortals in any meaningful level is terrible.
It's like having a pet, but one that bites a lot and is kind of stupid.
This is why I like cats much, much better. They're at least a little smarter, have better survival instincts.
Meow.
Exactly, you get it.
Yeah, when you like bring up the metaphor of like cats being better than dogs, like Salvo laughs.
Oh no, it's not that cats are better than dogs, it's that they're better than people.
Anything's better than people.
Yes, exactly.
Get yourself a tarantula. Those things are quick as fuck.
So, ladies, the band plays up there, but could I get you a beer first over here? You're already sort of in the restricted area.
Why don't I come with you? I'd
Oh.
really like to, shake the girls.
Hey, whatever you need, baby.
Yeah, could I get a buddy? That's a beer, right?
Sure, I got you.
And Charlotte was just about to volunteer to go with you.
So this dude brings Keck to the sort of like a back room. Kind of looks like a little bit of a changing room. There's some coolers. So could I get you what did she say it was? A buddy? I never heard that one before. Could get you a bud, Coors. What would you like to drink? He turns around.
I snap his neck.
No role necessary. Keck is a being of power.
Well, I guess I should clarify first. No one else is back here right now, right?
Well, I mean, no, he intentionally, as a skeevy guy would, brought you somewhere where you're alone with no witnesses.
I would just like to point out that he totally had it coming. Yeah,
No argument
I'll
here.
break his neck. I will actually grab a Bud Light though and walk back out to meet everyone, and I'll hand it to Salvo. Coast is clear.
Consider it.
Salvo will like look and she'll be like, "This is an actual beer."
I don't think it's called a buddy, but nice thinking on your feet.
She'll say, and she'll like snap it, and she'll like look like yeah. And she'll walk into the dressing room where the dude is, and she'll pour it on his body instead and be like, "Oh no, what a sad, tragic accident." Some humans just can't hold their liquor, and she'll like throw it into the trash can and say, "Now let's find your sparkles."
So,
Charlotte sees a flaw inherent in this plan. She will fish the can out of the trash can and put it in the guy's hand.
smart.
Yeah. So, Salvo is going to be looking for the place that's familiar. Also, I will keep heightened senses activated, just to keep an ear out for any like screams of terror.
That's exactly what I was going to ask, if you had heightened senses activated, because you catch the scent of blood.
Human?
A mixture. Vitae,
Okay.
blood. Just around the bend, the side of the concert hall. Seems there's another area where there's a couple small buildings for utility,
Mhm.
away from the main backstage.
Okay. So Salvo will like turn her cap back around, so that at least like the slit of her eye is showing. And she'll go, Sparkles has been having a little too much fun. Or someone's been having a little too much fun with Sparkles. And she'll make a slow walk towards the scent.
Storyteller, what kind of concert is this?
We're all waiting for you to not say Taylor Swift.
I was expecting the Wiggles.
Oh no.
Adele.
Adele. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say Milwaukee concert into, and whoever's playing tonight or soon, it's gonna be them.
It is the Wiggles.
Oh, Drowning Pool.
All right, acceptable.
Nice.
All right. I fuck with the vision.
So
Takuri will stay right behind Salvo. Like as fast as Salvo's moving up, Takuri will be like right on her tail.
I'm mostly like, now that she smells blood, she's now keeping an ear out for if like, cocking of guns, anything like that. One of her flaws means that she's been fucked with by the Second Inquisition before. So she's like got that on her mind while she's walking towards the scene of the crime.
wise.
Could I keep an eye out for any signs that might indicate the true Black Sabbath is hanging out here? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, a stupid gang sign or something like that. Just if they're dumb teenagers, then
Oh, the walls are graffitied to, like, you can't even see wall. It's just graffiti. If you inspect it at all, go ahead and do a intelligence investigation.
really terrible stats for me.
That's why I haven't asked any of those questions yet, because girls ain't.
I strong girl, not smart girl.
Yeah, you don't know what they mean. However, Salvo, you do hear. I mean, it's actually quite difficult to sort it out because you have your heightened senses on, and you're behind a concert. You're not in the concert, but this is it's very distracting. But you do notice, because you have heightened senses, that there's a second band playing, but they're where you're supposed to be trying to go. Someone's playing some. It's closer to an English rock than an American rock over there, but
Oh no, like Salvo hates it already.
but nobody else can hear it because they don't have heightened senses activated.
Right.
Um,
Right. So when Salvo picks that out, she goes, British rock. Actually the worst sound in the world. There's there's another band playing. And I think that might be our true Black Sabbath.
Yeah, the British rock band is the true Black Sabbath.
Maybe we're about to find out. It's just it's not your kind of music, if you get what I mean. It's not American.
Yeah. All right. We're taking down a British rock band. This is not how I saw this night going, but let's figure out how many of them there are and rip their throats out. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to
I
me.
like this
Here,
plan.
here.
Right. Yeah, they are in fact an English rock band. So thank you, Google. Right. So Salvo will at least lead the way to like, I guess, like the backstage door, or like wherever, like the last area before we get to that band. And she'll turn off her heightened senses when they start getting closer, because we don't want any headaches.
yeah, it's getting a bit unbearable for you. You come to an area that's quite obvious. These people are not actually trying to hide at all. A big bonfire in the middle. They set up a rigged stage out of a couple beds of a large truck. They're dressed in leather, like not like S&M, more like rockers. One's got a nice green mohawk. Some of them have just very long hair. They look like scumbags. But there are indeed playing rock music. And there's trails of blood all over the ground, including an obvious dead Lolita girl, who Keck and Tekri recognize as Sparkles, their packmate, just on a pile of beer cans and bottles.
Okay.
All right, Keck.
I think things just kicked up a notch.
Can I see this from my vantage point? Because I was at least third back in line.
Yeah, if you want to walk up, you can see it. Will this trigger frenzy in you, considering this is a packmate of yours that's
I
dead?
mean, of course it will.
Go ahead and roll willpower.
All right. So while that's happening, Salvo will like point to her and say, "Is she playing dead? Because when we die, we like ash, So while she's making that roll, Salvo will ask that question to Tekri.
That's a very valid point. Still, I'm not real happy about how we found her, and nobody does this to my packmate. I look back at Keck to see if there's just how much fury is in Keck's eyes.
It's a lot.
Salvo will shrug and say, "My packmate too. My packmate too. Eventually, let's do it."
So Charlotte does not have like any of the emotional context of what's going on. And so she would like to focus on, you said that there were blood trails?
Yes, just spread throughout the dirt. You notice that there's some other bodies around. It looks like there was a fight that broke out, but the rockers don't seem to care.
Okay.
In
Would there
fact,
be any value in trying to track the blood trails, like where they come from, where they were headed?
it seems like it goes every direction.
Okay, so it's just chaos here.
Just chaos. There was a
Okay.
slaughter. Mohawk looks at all of you guys. The pack. Oi! What we got here?
I activate fleetness and fly at his throat.
All right, go ahead and roll brawl strength. And combat ensues.
Did that work? Oh, no, because I have to hit a button first.
Roll.
Okay. I'm going to spend a willpower to re-roll 3 of that.
Sure. What are the rest of you doing as combat engages?
How many people are actually around us right now?
There are 5v4.
That's more like it.
And none of these people look like innocent bystanders. They all look like the people we're trying to take out.
None of them seemed perturbed or cared that there's a bunch of corpses around them, and they did take out Sparkles, who is a powerful kindred.
Just check. Victory is going to yeah, I'm going for it. She's gonna activate horrid form, and she looks like you see her grow, and she becomes this absolutely truly terrifying creature that is got fangs that really look like her jaw is like twice the length at this point, and her arms transform into kind of what looks like a praying mantis, but right at the tips where the wrists come out, you see these very large, like razor sharp bone daggers that are out of her wrist. And she does not look very happy.
The band seems horrified at this, but they come at you with their own instruments. They're going to try to beat you down with guitars. Except the
You're
drummer.
gonna El Kabong us?
They're gonna El Kamong you. And the drummer was hiding a shotgun and pops out. But let's resolve this first issue of you attacking. That's Keck. You attacked Mohawk,
Mm-hmm.
and your roll
I ended with 6 successes after the willpower reroll.
6 successes.
And I would have activated my feral weapons on the way.
All right. So him being taken off guard. I'll let that go through entirely. Say how he gets torn apart.
It's kind of just what you'd expect from Keck. It makes sense now that you've seen her in her cat form that she moves in a very graceful way when she's fighting. So she sort of lunges through the air and catches the side of his neck with both hands, and then kind of sails over his opposite shoulder and just drags them across his throat to create like an accordion thing with his vocal cords and trachea and everything else, and just everything comes spilling out.
Gross. I love it. His 2 bandmates each take a bassist and a guitarist. Both try to smash Keck for her murdering their lead singer. Technically, oh yeah,
I would like to
Go
back
ahead.
Keck up on this one if I can.
Sure.
I'm going to make a rouse check, and then I should do that first because I'm using feral claws. See, is there a way to just roll a single d10?
Yes, you can make on the upper left of the sheet. There's a custom roll where you can roll whatever you
Oh,
want.
there we go.
Using Roll20, it's a very interesting system that allows for online rolls. Ooh, nice.
Oh, hey, that's a nice success. So no hunger die. So yeah, I will pop feral claws and start laying into one of the people coming after Keck.
Roll strength brawl, and it'll be contested versus the other person who's swinging the bass guitar.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Got
That
4
is
successes
4 successes. Go me.
versus 3. All right, yeah, you're victorious in that exchange. The bass swings, but just breaks against you harmlessly. And your claws. Describe how they slice into this individual. It's long-haired.
Oh,
rocker.
well, so he's attacked one of my new pack mates, which means he has lost spine privileges. So yeah, Charlotte will just sort of tear into him, go straight through him from the front out to the back, and snap him in half from the inside.
Fantastic. So who's taking on lead guitar?
Who's still standing aside from lead guitarist? Or sorry, the drummer and the lead guitarist.
There's drummer, lead guitarist, and there was a
Tambourine player.
yes, tambourine player. Of course, you need a
Okay.
tambourine player. Tambourine player with a pistol.
Okay. I'm going to look at the drummer, actually, and I'm going to use mesmerize. I'm going to tell him to shoot the lead guitarist because Danzig is better.
Sure. What's the roll for mesmerize?
For mesmerize, it is something I should have up.
I mean, Danzig is better. That logic's flawless. So I'll
Yeah.
even throw in an extra couple dice for that because that's just true.
Excellent. Blink, celerity, dominate, mesmerize. It is manipulation, and it is my manipulation and dominate versus his intelligence resolve. So it's no roll is required against an unprepared victim, mortal victim.
Okay.
But I can't have him kill himself.
Right. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. God damn it. All right. Ha ha ha. Charisma.
Guys, remember when the author told us not to make a spectacle?
Yeah, funny story.
All right. In our defense, it was a spectacle when we arrived.
Yeah, we walked into a spectacle.
Rough guidelines. And this is Sabbat, you know? Like,
Right.
this is just day in, day out. 3.
3 successes.
Right. This will have to be a rousing success. Nope, failure. Yep, turns, spins, blasts him. Make that roll.
She goes, oh, bloody right.
Are there 2 guys left standing?
Lead guitarist goes flying across the room. By room, I mean this area.
Yeah.
How many are still standing?
Pistol and shotgun, but shotgun just fired.
So 2 to Cree.
Yeah. Decree, your move.
All right.
Got claws.
Storyteller, if you will allow this, I will take my praying mantis claws and skewer the last 2 of them. And then one of them I'm going to bite the head off of, if that's possible, and spit it out. And then use my hand to completely face over the other one so that they no longer have the ability to see or breathe or really function without a face.
I'm going to use the rule of awesome and let you go ahead and make a roll for that.
All right.
So that
Also, I will say the rouse for my horrid form did fail on that. So I also have hit for hunger, which means I also now have stigmata as I'm bleeding out of the limbs while this is happening. Yeah.
bloody mantis limbs. Nice. Fantastic. This is going to be a sight to behold. I hope somebody draws this. Can we get an artist on this now?
What would you like me to roll? Because the flesh crafting, once I'm in horrid form, no longer, I can do it 3 times without having to rouse for it. But I'm not sure what I would roll to either do the stabby stab or the bitey bite.
Just do a brawl strength. Roll strength.
Okay.
If anyone is looking at Keck right now, she has total uwu face.
This is why she loves you. And add whatever bonuses you get from the claws, of course.
So I did get a crit, which was 6 successes with a crit, but all crits in horrid form become messy crits.
I mean, that's
Messier
just
than
perfect.
this?
So, messy crit in this instance would be the one you skewer just splatters everywhere. Guts cover every single one of you. None of you got out of this clean. And the one that you cover using to flesh meld, you melded them a bit more than you wanted to, and they're more of a ball now. A kind of a shapeless ball. But you succeeded.
A decree will just drop the flesh ball and look at everyone covered in exploded remains and still in mantis form, just kind of shrug, like, sorry.
Salvo will do she'll do like a one of these to like wipe the gunk, and then she'll do a one of these.
Does mantis form have a discernible mouth?
Yeah, you can see it. It's very much like long, elongated teeth. And
I'm gonna kiss it. I know that's weird, but I'm gonna do it because that was good stuff, Takri.
she'll nod and she'll smile. You'll see like a big fangy smile.
Now that's the moment I want somebody to draw. Okay.
No, I don't. Can I go over to Sparkle's body and just? I'm guessing that she is. Is she in torpor? Or is she dead? Like dead? Like.
Well, from what you understand from your visions of her, she's much, much older than the corpse before you. But she's dead. But not final death. She probably could be revived after some time.
I will bite the soft spot in between my fingers and just feed her a little bit of vitae to see if that helps. And I'll sort of put her body over my shoulder and quick and painless.
Is there anyone else alive at the here? Because I have a conviction.
Go ahead and do a what would it be? Resolve investigation to be thorough to see if there's any survivors. Using investigation a lot.
There's
Okay, resolve. And
Meaning like somebody hiding around.
right.
not everyone at the concert venue.
Yeah, like just the ones that are here. Wow, 4 successes.
You are thoroughly certain that the only one to witness this other than you are the corpses, and they are absolutely dead.
Very good.
Now, if you want to take their spirits or something like that, I don't know if you have the power to, but
No,
They're probably
she'll do
witnesses.
she'll do like a sweep around the perimeter while Keck was giving Sparkle some of her vitae, and she'll come back and just say, "All right, all clear." As the cam would say, this is not a masquerade breach.
Is that a thing they would say? I feel like this is the opposite of that.
Well, they would care most about if we breached the masquerade, since they think that we're them. So it would not be very how do the young kids say it? Cash money. If what we did got on the news to mortals, but no, the mortals won't know. So the cam won't know. So they won't care.
Or we could make this a little messier and then see who comes to investigate and cover it up.
Are there surveillance cameras around here? Oh, actually, no. Hey, Tekri, that gentleman that you flesh crafted,
Mhm.
think you can put him back and maybe have a survivor?
Yes, but I won't put him back 100% unless that's what you really want, because I feel like it's my trademark as an artist.
No, just a mouth.
Gibbering wreck is fine.
Yes.
Flesh ball
Give
with a
him a
mouth.
nose job.
Yeah, like a nose, just like enough for him to scream. Really, that would do the trick.
And she does pick him back up, and she kind of looks at him for a second. And the first thing that she does, because she's not to be meta, but she's still got a couple more goes at this flesh crafting before this monstrous form ends. So she's going to take, just for fashion, a couple of his ribs and put them on the outside. And then she's going to kind of like put 2 little thumbprints where his eyes were, but not actually bring his eyes back out. And then she's going to poke 2 little holes for nostrils just so that the scream has enough reverberation to come out. And then the very last thing she'll do is she'll open the mouth hole back up so he can start hollering.
That's amazing. I love it so much.
What a rip snorter.
I feel like Charlotte is just watching like this.
Keck will kind of lean on Charlotte's shoulder and just say, "Isn't she amazing?"
She's so good at this.
We will take a bow and go, thank you.
Such artistry.
All right, let's go take care of the Sparkles. And she'll give the torpid body like a pat on the shoulder.
Do you want to take Sparkles back to the Haven? The lair?
Yeah. I can, once we get there, Salvo can try and use Valerian to heal some of the aggravated damage.
The author's inspecting the body. Ah, yes, healing would help. He will still need to rest for quite some time. I can stick under the floorboards. So now that your task is done, who do you report to?
Who was the Salvo will turn to Tekri and Keck? Who was Sparkles in at the Camria?
What was that guy's name? Her contact, I believe she's asking for. The guy that Sparkles knew that got us into the shindig.
I remember that he was a Malkavian because I was kind enough to ask, but I don't recall a name.
Now, you don't... In fact, he was probably very inconsequential to you, too. You're like, this is Sparkle's friend. But the only connection that you have right now is a card in your pocket, Keck.
Oh, that's right. Oh, why on earth would we talk to him again when we could talk to her? And I'll pull out Karna's card.
I mean, sure, whatever you got. Whatever you got.
Wonderful. I'll pull out my phone and is it a phone number on the card or wasn't it an address? I can't remember.
It's an address for the library for, what's the name of that university?
University of Milwaukee.
University of Milwaukee.
The Sad Zone.
The Sad Zone. While I look that up, what do you want to do with it? Marquette University.
Keck will probably look at everyone still covered in blood and gore and guts and Takri in her abomination form if she never bothered to change back.
She would have dropped that before they had to go back to the other place in case it gets hard.
And she would have looked at everyone and go, "There we go," and just headed back towards the door, drenched in blood.
Awesome.
Yeah, Salvo will stop you and say, we're meeting with the Camrilla, yeah? They aren't going to be down with this.
Yeah, we should at least hose off.
But I like this suit.
I love that suit too. Where's the author? They've been taking care of things around here. Maybe they can wash that suit for you while I go take care of this. And she points to all of the blood coming from her forehead and the stigmata coming from her palms.
Oh, so the cam would not like that. Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yes, let's get cleaned up and then go to the library.
All right. Right on. Yeah. So
You're able to take your time, get cleaned up. There's that replacement clothes from all those dead college students. If you want to switch that out, there is running water, able to clean up. prep yourselves for the audience with the Camarilla, with the powerful Mistress Karna.
Yeah. Salvo would change back into her military digs, and she'll put the hat back on.
Charlotte keeps up the motorcycle aesthetic, but makes sure to not only be armed, but have like weapons hidden about on her person.
Keck would have found a pair of overalls and nothing else.
To Cree more than anything, usually we'll just find the first thing that's all black. As an artist, it suits her. But she is going to go down and finally eat her snack so that she will stop bleeding from the forehead.
Okay. Drain it dry, so you're back at 0.
Not just that, in true Bahari fashion, because she turned him, she will in fact keep draining. She's going to do a nom nom on his soul too.
There you go. I believe that will give you some bonus XP, but we can hash that out. I'll go ahead and fast forward to the university itself. Normally, the grounds of a university are divided in a way that is for ease of use of walking, making sure that you can get from classroom to classroom building. There is a chapel in the middle of the grounds here that, just looking upon it, you know it is a site of extreme true faith, and you do not want to go anywhere near it. However, the library is on the other side. You can simply walk around it.
On the walk there, Salva's going to ask, just so we have all of our stories straight, what do the Camarilla think you guys are, like, clan-wise?
Visiting from Chicago.
Okay, that's a good one. What about, like, clan?
Malkavian.
Okay, I am not a Malkavian, but I am also from Chicago. I can't do that.
They can deal with me as a gang girl. I don't have time to.
Perfectly fair. I thought there were a bunch of Malkavian. I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
Sparkles gave me some etiquette lessons.
I mean, at the end of the day, what do we care what they think of us?
Well, now I'm starting to care an awful lot because you're saying it's sort of important.
No, it's not important. I'm just not going to. I just can't be Malkavian. It goes against my ethos.
As long as you're visiting from Chicago.
Chicago's probably really terrible this time of year, so
say that. They like small talk. Small talk works.
Yes. All right. Rock on.
So you go to enter the library, follow the instructions on the card. This is not the main library. There's not a lot of students there. It seems like some sort of auxiliary annex. The door says no admittance, but of course it would, right? There's a bell on a desk. It says, "Ring me."
I bat it like a cat.
Ding! Suddenly, something seems wrong. You hear the latching. Something's buzzing in the air. Zoom. They're in here. Blank bodies. Let's get them.
Oh shit.
Where is that coming from?
Just outside the door that you just came in.
Great.
There's two stories. There are stairs that go up to more books. There's lots of books on the shelves. Does anybody have like a unseen sense or anything like that, aspects wise? You do? No? All right. Well, then you don't see it.
I just have heightened
No.
sense.
Heightened sense? All right.
Yeah, but I'm not going to use any disciplines because of my Bane situation.
Oh, you do notice a note from Karna. It says, "Welcome home." Um, and a door on either side gets kicked in, and obvious hunters come rushing in.
I
Yes.
would love to activate fleetness and drag Tekri to the nearest stack of books to use as cover.
I'm doing essentially the same thing, but with soaring leap to get on top of the stacks.
I'll just jump behind the desk with no celerity activated.
Entering the room are three armed individuals, which any other day you would just confuse for a security guard. They each have a pistol in their hands. Then there's two very not security guard looking individuals that are head to toe covered in religious tattoos and symbols, each with a stake and a sword in either hand. And then lastly, there's a short woman, pretty wide, round, short curly hair, smoking a cigar with a flamethrower equipped. And she's like, perfect day for a barbecue.
Oh, we should have left as soon as we saw that church.
All right, I'll let you each choose who you engage, and they will engage you in turn.
I'm going to shoot the knees of the lady with the flamethrower. I'm also actually going to activate a thing, but I'll let everyone else describe what they're doing first.
Okay.
I sure wish we had communicated with each other, because I too am going to try and sweep the legs of Lady with Flamethrower.
I mean,
You could
But
both go
I'm just
for
going to
it.
do it by flinging my body at hers with toughness activated, so she
Mhm.
doesn't immediately kill me.
I feel like focusing fire would be a really good thing to do, so I'm also gonna focus on that lady. I'm gonna pull out a knife and I'm gonna aim for like whatever fuel reserve or fuel tank she has in the flamethrower.
Mhm.
Cause yeah, what this scene needs is more fire, especially in a library.
And Tekri, what will you be doing while everyone's jumping on the lady with the flamethrower, except for I guess the one person shooting her?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, again, this is my first time playing Zemitzi.
Mhm.
I believe that when we have flesh crafting, we have the ability to make ourselves look like statues as well, if I am correct. Do we not?
I can allow an attempt, but keep in mind, it's possible these hunters know this room and know whether their statues here or not.
That is also true. Let's see.
Just hold really still.
Yes. I've always been here.
All right, then because I'm not 100% clear on that rule, and we will not do that. Tekri will, however, try to very stealthily move behind the group, because when she does go to attack, she kind of wants it to be a sneak attack. She didn't want them to see her coming, so she's going to take this time to maneuver herself properly.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly. You'll get a nice big bonus for whatever you're going to be doing next. Probably not even opposed then if you're sneaking around. Okay, so make a make your attack rolls. The knife, the punching or whatever you're doing, Keck, and the pistol, and I will do the flamethrower roll.
Right. What do I need for it's firearms plus what? Or is it just firearms?
Resolve, or no, so composure, firearms, and bonus for pistol, which is 2, I think, maybe?
Oh, the one thing I forgot to add was a pistol to my items, so I'll do that too while I'm here.
I got 2 6s and a 10.
I spent a willpower, so I had a critical in there. So it ended up being 7 successes.
Flamethrower. All right, so how many successes were your attacks again? Sorry.
I got 2 6s and a 10.
All right, 3, 6.
4 successes.
4 successes.
And I'm shooting for her legs.
Okay, so she's not able to get a nice target.
You're muted, Mr. Storyteller.
All right, she's not able to get a nice target on you. However, so much damage to her and her devices is causing an explosion. You take her out very swiftly. Everyone's jumping on her, shooting her. Holes through her tank. Flames just spouting everywhere. It ignites. Boom. Anyone within melee damage is going to take 2 aggravated a round, unless they spend the whole rounds just putting themselves out. In the meantime, everyone else is going to be attacked. There's going to be hot shot at Salvo.
Okay. I would like to reflexively, because it is reflexive, I would like to activate my Defy Bane, which will allow me to convert a number of aggravated damage equal to my fortitude to superficial.
Okay, yeah, that'll come into effect next round as you
Yeah,
take
with
the
the fire
egg.
habits.
Turn to superficial, yeah. So Salvo, take let's see, that's halved, so that's you only take 1 superficial from the
Okay.
shot. And Charlotte will also take a shot. 1 halved is 0, so you don't take any damage from that. And Keck, you're gonna take a stake. Let's see what happens here.
Do I roll anything?
Do you have any? Let's see. Do you have any defensive disciplines right now that you can use?
I mean, not defense is not super my thing. This vampire is the embodiment of YOLO.
All right, so you do only live once. In fact, you notice that there's a symbol on the stake as it enters your heart that matches the symbol on the card that Karna gave you. It flickers. And in that moment, you know this whole thing was planned. That this stake literally has your name on it. You were marked. Keck, you feel nothing. Complete oneness with oblivion. The rest of you see her turn into ash. She disappears. In a flash.
Oh shit.
And on that note, I will end this session and we'll pick up this combat next time.
You can't do that.
But before we end the show, I'd like each player to discuss how this moment makes them feel.
Keck, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I feel super dead. Really just dead. It makes me sad. I really liked Keck, but yeah, I literally asked for this. So I can't be too upset. But
Steak bait.
also, yeah, I took the steak bait flaw. So here we are.
Right. Well, as a player, Sarah is like, la 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 la, the Tremere fucking did it again. But as Salvo, like in that moment where she watches this fellow Canite, this sister, and the sensation of that lifeblood dying inside of her as well, and she feels all of those hopes and dreams and ambitions of her packmate flicker and die. It reminds her that we all become death, and death becomes us. And it's a really shitty price to pay. But maybe it's worth it one day. Maybe one day her death will not be in vain.
Yeah, as a player, I'm sort of with Sarah where it's the Tremere, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. And what Charlotte is feeling right now is this mix of, oh shit, hunters, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Oh shit, they just killed someone that we bonded, we had bonds. And so, she's torn between self-preservation on one hand and vengeance on the other, especially because it's you don't get to do this to other gangrel and survive. Also, we totally should have just left when we saw the chapel. That was in retrospect, that was some very good foreshadowing, and we should have paid attention.
Yeah, I think Takri is probably going to have to make some substantial willpower rolls here after seeing that. And I think inevitably how those rolls turn out, Takri has a new plan, and that is everyone dies. New plan, everyone dies. Right there.
I like this plan.
We'll resolve that next session. Thank you for joining us for Sabbat Milwaukee Bleeds. My name is David Tavares. You can find me at Occupational Hazard. Oh, thank you. I'm getting a round of applause here. You can find me at Occupational Hazard. I'm coming out with a video game called iWoman. You can find it now on Steam to wishlist. Please, everyone else on our way out, once again, tell the audience where they could find you. Let's start with the deceased, Diana.
Hi, everybody. I used to be Keck. I'm just Diana again now. You can find me all over the place. So I mentioned everybody on this stream a minute ago on break. So I get married on Saturday, but once we get back from that, yeah, my company Bard Barbarian is going to be picking back up with our streaming schedule, including some things that I'm really excited to set up and announce with perhaps a couple familiar faces involved. But otherwise, I'm usually online talking about dice because that is my day job. I have the coolest job in the whole universe. Yeah, I'm all over the place. At Dimiko Diana on Twitter is where you can find me.
Awesome. May, tell us about where we can find you.
You can find me all over the internet at whatever the social media is / melee damage. And yeah, be sure to check that out because definitely a lot of streams coming up here for Halloween in October. So if you're in the mood for the spooky season, a lot of good content coming up for you.
Fantastic. Sarah, where can we find you?
Hi, everybody. I played tonight. I played Salvo, our Salubri on Death in the Soul. You can usually find me on my personal Twitch, Salubri_NA, where I play video games and talk about vampire, and I get into all sorts of terrible, salty shenanigans. For storyteller purposes, you can find me on Vorpal Tales at their Twitch, where I am a dungeon master for a 5th edition D&D game, and that is Saturdays at 7 p.m. And I'll be back here next time, playing more Salvo, probably avenging my dead packmate. Probably. Maybe diablerizing a Tremere. We'll find out.
Awesome.
Please eat Karna.
And Rachel, where can we find you?
Hello, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for inviting me to be on this show. Yeah, I am Rachel. I was playing the Bahari Gangrel Charlotte. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet. It's Stolen Fires. You can also find me, like Sarah, over at Vorpal Tales, where I play and run in a whole bunch of games, including Mythos World as part of Vorpal Tales After Dark, which starts tonight at midnight Eastern Time. And then you can also find me playing Scarred Lands over at Plastic Age Plays and Changeling the Dreaming over at the Onyx Path channel. And then on Fridays, I'm running Call of Cthulhu over of Vorpal Tales. So yeah, my dance card's pretty full, but it's a lot of fun.
All right, thank you all for joining us. You can catch the next episode of Sabbat Milwaukee Bleeds, same time, same place next week. Bye.